What's up, Trader's Edge? It's Mark Sebastian, your only option, and this is your week in review. Really interesting week. In today's video, I'm going to update you on what I'm seeing in the indexes. I'm going to talk about the stock that I'm watching for next week and all that matters around it. I'm going to update you on a kind of fun little trade we did in Trading Desk, 0DTE. I'm going to give you a look at the VIX. And then I'll wrap things up. But before that, I would just want to say thank you to everybody that came to my event on Thursday on the Trade Zone. And I can't wait to, if you didn't check it out and didn't get a chance to watch the event, click this link and watch the replay. You're going to be really interested in what I break down. I talk about what's going on with the mega caps and what I call ultra caps and how I'm taking advantage of it. With that, let's dig in. So here we are looking at the S&P 500. It's again closed just off. It actually tried to get to a new all-time high today. If it had closed at the highs, it would have been an all-time high close. The all-time high was on the 12th. Now, here's the thing. I don't know exactly what it is, but the market is nervous about something big. And how do I know? Well, let's go to last Friday the 9th. Last Friday the 9th, the market closed at what was at the time an all-time high. It closed at 50.2661. That was broken on Thursday, but up to that point was an all-time high. Now, I want you to pay attention to this red line. That's implied volatility. That implied volatility closed about 10:30. Here we are on Thursday. On Thursday's close, we close higher by 3 points. Implied volatility is 11:20. And here we are, we get a little bit of a down day. It closes 11:30. So despite the fact that we're kind of in the same place, the market really hasn't gone anywhere. Implied volatility is really rallying in the S&P. Things are getting frothy. I think there is a violent event coming. I don't know exactly what it is, but there is a violent event. Now, let's take a look at the Russell 2000 because it was a really interesting day for the rut. It was a victim of some of its own success. Its implied volatility is screaming higher. And as you can see, it was down significantly. Why? SMCI, the super squeeze of SMCI finally ended with a just absolutely gargantuan selling day. The stock was down $200 on Friday. In Trading Desk, we did a trade where we bought the 700, 600, 500 put fly. I paid $7.80 on Thursday. I sold it at $15.50. If I'd hung on, I probably could have gotten 17, but 100% win was enough for me. But just an absolute tanking in SMCI, and that's what killed the Russell 2000. The Qs also had a bit of a rough day. They, unlike the S&P, did not break a new high on Thursday, and the vol has really exploded from where it was on Thursday. It was at 1520. It's all the way up at almost 17 now. So we're seeing option premiums go up substantially, and that happened all week. This is what is making me nervous. All right, now there are obviously other stocks that have earnings and events next week, but there's really only one earnings that matters next week. NVIDIA. NVIDIA is still sitting at $726, near an all-time high. The implied volatility is just screaming. All right, the last time the implied volatility got this high was its earnings in August of 2023. It initially did get a pop, but then had a pretty decent sell-off at that point. It is well above where earnings were last quarter and where any of the earnings have been over the last year. They're pricing in a 10% move. That's 50% more than is normally priced into NVIDIA. There will be fireworks. Buckle up. Maybe NVIDIA is the thing the market is looking for that it can't fully flush out. Real briefly, it looks like oil is really breaking out. I think oil looks like it wants, USO looks like it wants to go to 75, maybe 80. And so we're seeing energy really take a turn. I think we could see some strength in energy into next week. Really interesting. I want to talk to you about what we did in 0DTE on Friday. With the market kind of waffing about, right, going from unchanged to down to unchanged and down, we set up a 0DTE trade. We bought the 5,015, 5,005, 5,000, 4,095 put butterfly. Well, the SPX closed 5,005 spot 57. So I paid 75 cents for my put butterfly, and it went out worth 900 and so 75 bucks. It went out worth $943. That's the power of 0DTE. That's one of the reasons why people like being involved in that so much. Leisha had a very similar trade. She bought the 503 puts in XSP expiring today. She paid 36 cents. They went out at $2.45. So it's another, I'm sorry, she bought the 502s. She paid 32 cents. They went out worth $1.44. So just a massive win for her, 350%. So 662% for me, 350% for Leisha. Both trades, you walked away. If you did the 2 of mine and 2 of hers, you walked away on Friday having made almost $1,200. Spending, and this is incredible, spending $210. How great is that? All right. So that is where we are. Now, lastly, I want to hit on the VIX. I've been talking about vol. The futures curve continues to be very tight. It's widened out a little bit, and that's more from VIX futures rallying. So VIX futures are starting to get a bit of a bid here. So again, there's something underlying here. I'm not sure what it is, but there's something underlying here. And I worry that we're going to get a very violent move, more likely to the downside, but it could be an upside violent move. So I'm seeing stuff that almost always says we're going to get a big move. Usually it's the downside, but in some cases it has been a rip higher. So I want you to be prepared for that. But this week, the market seemed to be basically setting the table for that. Now, what is that release lever? Maybe it is NVIDIA. Maybe it's something else. I don't know. It's a long weekend this week. This weekend, Monday markets are closed. So my look ahead will be coming to you on Monday. But I'm putting out a special article on Sunday that you're going to want to read about trading. So make sure you check that out. All right, folks, I hope you have a great weekend. I'm Mark Sebastian, your only option. Have a good one.